I've been unemployed for 4 or 5 years now, and I decided to go looking for a job. And I saw this great job posting that said I can work from home, make a lot of money, and do something I really love with video games. So I go in. This is without calling or emailing. They just said, hey, come on in. If you arrive, you get the job. And I said, well, that's fantastic. I go in, and there's like 50 other people there, and I'm thinking, oh no, it's a pyramid scam, isn't it? But I decided to sit down and see what happens. And this guy comes out, and he has a skeleton mask on, and he does the quick change thing, and it changes to a different color. It was white, and it was red, and it's yellow, and everybody's clapping. I don't know why, because we're not what we're there for. And he says, if I can do this with these masks, you can sell anything I give you. And he brings out a big poster board. And of course it's shaped like a pyramid. But it wasn't the kind of pyramid scheme I thought it was going to be. He points to the top, and there's a little man there, and he says, this is me. And then goes down one level, and this is you guys. And then the next level, it's not people. It's all these little, tiny little squares. And he says, and this is what you'll be selling. What you'll have to do is you buy the product from me, and then you resell it to other people, and you get the money off of that. And it's like, I'm thinking, this is a pyramid scam. It has to be a pyramid scam. But I've never seen one like this. Usually it says, oh, you can be your own boss, hire other people to do work for you. He says, no, you can't do that. You have to resell it directly. And he was really cagey about telling us what it was we were selling. And every time we asked him, he said, well, I could tell you, but let me tell you more about all the money you'll be making. And we were getting pissed off because he refused to tell us anything about it. And finally he said, all right, folks, here we go. All I need is $1,000 from you guys, and you can get in on this, but you cannot know what you're buying and that you'll be selling, because you need to sign an NDA, and you can't sign the NDA until you give me $1,000. And well, I needed the job, so I give him $1,000, and he says, here you go, enjoy. And I'm like, what do you mean? And it's like a cardboard box about up to my waist. Open it up, whole thing's full of Skyrim boxes. And I look at the guy, and he goes, poof, mask comes off, Todd Howard. And he points at me and laughs. Those other 50 people, they were in on it. They all worked at Bethesda Game Studios. This whole thing was set up to sell me $1,000 worth of Skyrim copies. And I gave him cash for that. And so now I'm stuck with 1,000 copies of Skyrim. Well, not 1,000 copies, $1,000 worth of Skyrim copies, which is like 2 copies. So if you guys want to buy Skyrim from me for only $60 on the Switch, you'll need to like or dislike and then subscribe. I heard that if I tell people to subscribe, they will subscribe to the video, so I want you to subscribe. I don't have a job. I need money. Give me more money and subscribe so I can buy more copies of Skyrim from Todd.